Hi guys, time for another update. It's been about 5 or 6 weeks since our last one, so I wanted to quickly let you know how things are going. In my last video, I had said that I had a goal to lose another 10 pounds, and I made it. I did not make it in December. I'm not even going to set you guys up and like lie. No, did not happen. Holidays happened. However, I lost 4 pounds in December. Somehow went home to the US for Christmas and like was able to balance out my like eating. I was shocked. I was shocked that I was able to like push away plates. I ordered off the kids menu. When I cooked Christmas dinner, I literally just got little bits of everything. There's this place I love to get bundt cakes from. Nothing bundt cakes. If you have never had it in the US, you're missing out. And so the cakes are like, they're like this big, right? You could totally eat it in one sitting. I did not though. I like purposely would like eat half and then put the rest in the refrigerator and come back for the other half the next day. Not even the same day. It was taking me 2 to 3 days to finish one of these little cakes. I was so proud of myself. And so I think that helped me kind of maintain. And then I got back and I did the thing you should never do if you've like traveled across the world. I got on the scale the next morning thinking, let me just see what the damage is going to be, right? So, to go back a little bit, when I first got home for Christmas, I was still weighing myself. I was still very much like, I have to know. And then in the second week, I said, why? I was like, you're home for Christmas. It's the holiday. Enjoy your holiday. Like, whatever you're eating, you're eating. You're trying to employ strategies that will help balance out like what you're doing. So just, it is what it is. I was like, with the balloon in, you're not going to gain 10 pounds over this trip. You might gain anywhere between 2 to 5, right? Like, but other than that, like chill out. So I did. Like the second week I stopped weighing myself. I got home and got on this scale and I was, this is the problem with the scale. When it gives you bad news, you're like, you're broken. When it gives you good news, I'm also like, you're broken. So I get on this thing and it said that I lost 2 pounds from the last time I weighed in back home. And I was like, there's absolutely no way. I was like, there is absolutely no way that this is correct. So I was like, we'll see what it says in another day or two. Got on the next day, it was down again. I said, the scale is broken. It's totally broken. Long story short, it is not broken. Since being home, I have lost another 4 pounds, which has taken me to the 30-pound mark. Yay! So I've lost 30 pounds, feeling great. Quick check-in about hair and nails because I briefly mentioned it over in the last video. Nails, I have decided to start putting gel back on. I stopped doing it for a while because gel is terrible for your nails. Okay, I should say gel is terrible for my nails. If you have nails that like gel, good for you. As for me and my house, So I hadn't used it in a while, but then I said, well, if my nails are trash because of the balloon and they're going to be trash because of the gel, might as well go ahead and gel them up. So I have, and they're growing obviously because there's like 15 layers of toxic shellac on them. But here in Dubai, they have a couple of brands that like don't have like the formaldehyde and all of that. So that's what I use when I'm here. Unfortunately, I got this done in the States right before I left, but it's actually peeling up. So y'all are not on here to hear about that. Sorry. Hair. Hair definitely has shed significantly. When I took out my braids, my hair loss, particularly in the front because my edges tend to be a little more sensitive, was above and beyond anything I had ever had in the past. When I went to the hairdresser, they could tell that like my hair was in desperate need of some protein. She said that I have to take better care of my hair in terms of like during this weight loss process. She said, you know, just keep it moisturized, continue to put protein treatments in it every week or so, hot oil treatments, things like that. My hair looks a little shorter because my ends were trash. That was not because of the balloon. It's just, I don't take great care of my hair. So I got it cut. I got 2 protein treatments actually. And then she twisted it up. So yeah, I gotta take better care of my hair. Last thing I'm gonna quickly go over are some of the supplements that I now take by choice, not doctor recommended. Like 2 of them are doctor recommended and the rest were ones that I found on websites where they kind of talk about some of the vitamin deficiency that you'll see as a result of weight loss procedures. Particularly, these are recommended for people with gastric band and gastric bypass. So I'll go over all of those. And I did by doctors for gastric bypass and gastric sleeve, then I should just go ahead and give myself a little boost. Some things that I had already told you guys that I was taking: iron, I was also taking Nexium. This one is 20 milligrams. The reason I'm taking 20 milligrams, I was taking 40 until I went home. It's empty, actually. I have this out as a reminder. I need to go get more. The reason I switched to 20 milligrams is I was doing a little research. Like, the balloon is temporary. If I had the gastric sleeve, if I had the gastric bypass, I would probably be taking the higher amount. However, because the balloon is temporary, I want any effects to my body that I can kind of mitigate to be temporary. I don't want to be taking a high dosage of a proton pump inhibitor for a year, and then when I get off, my body doesn't know what to do and how to produce stomach acid. So if I'm able to take a smaller dose and feel fine, then that's what I'm going to do. So I didn't realize I had been taking 40 milligrams every day for almost 2.5 months. And so I was doing some research and I was like, wait a second, this might be too much. And I don't want my stomach to forget how to make stomach acid come August, September of 2019. So, because there's some research on even how to wean yourself off of it, which is kind of, this is what prompted me. If you look on this bottle, it literally says take for 14 days. You can't see it that well. Oh, well, I'm not good at that. Anyway, it says take for 14 days. And so I said to myself, if this says only take for 14 days, why? And so that's when I did a little research and found out that long-term effects of that can impact the way that your body continues to make stomach acid in the future. So I want to be on the smallest dosage possible. I did ask in a couple of the groups I'm in before I switched, just to kind of see what other people were taking. Some people are still taking 40 milligrams a day. Some people are taking 20. It is not recommended, even with the balloon, that you don't take it every day. Like, unless you want your stomach acid to eat through your balloon, you need to be taking it every day. So that's not something I don't plan on weaning myself off of that until the balloon is removed. But I'll only take 20 milligrams. All right, continuing on. I was already taking my women's one a day. I take this one because it has a high number of probiotic strains versus just the CFU. Like, you have to really be asking how many strains does it have, because that ensures that you're getting a higher number of probiotics in your diet. So I take that every day. Things that I just recently started taking since going home, after seeing how much my hair shed, I got a separate biotin supplement. I had told you guys before that there was biotin in my daily vitamin, and clearly it wasn't enough, so now I'm taking a separate one. After my research, many people with gastric bypass, gastric sleeve, and sometimes gastric balloon are calcium deficient. Also, I don't drink cow's milk. I haven't for like 15 years. I'm not drinking the milk of another mammal. My body wasn't meant to do that. So, personal preference. If you drink milk, I'm not judging you. Also, I eat cheese like nobody's business. Clearly, I'm still getting cow's milk. I'm just not drinking cow's milk. So, I got a calcium vitamin D3. Both of those were recommended by a couple of the sites that I researched. Omega-3, I've kind of always taken off and on. And I was like, oh, I forgot I had a bottle of that. So, let me start retaking that. And also my CoQ10. That's another one that I had in the refrigerator and kind of forgotten. I was like, oh, let's just go ahead and throw that in the pot too. This one, my dad dropped this, so please ignore the busted top. Dad, I love you. I know he's watching. He subscribed, yay. So this is a digestive enzyme. It's made by the same company that makes the probiotic that I take. I got this at Whole Foods while I was home over break, because I realized that the big thing that I have issues with is the reason I'm taking all these supplements is because of the ability to absorb nutrients in the way that you digest food with the balloon in your stomach. And also, pure ignorance, PSA, I thought these were the same thing. I thought enzymes and probiotics, same. They are not the same. They're completely different. They work together. However, they do two different things. So now I take one of these. You can take one after every meal. I take one after my biggest meal of the day, or if I'm having something with a lot of vegetables, just because I know I need help breaking all that stuff down. Generally, if I'm having like I just had scrambled eggs and bacon, I don't need a digestive enzyme after that. Like, eggs are a soft food, the balloon can work with that. If I'm eating something hard or heavy is when I'll take a digestive enzyme. So yes, I take all of these every day now, and I'm hoping that that'll just keep my body at some steady levels to help me continue to make great progress. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna do a quick video after this, kind of about why I chose the balloon I chose, because I know there's several different intragastric balloons that you can choose, and just kind of like why I chose mine, and just a couple of the questions that I get from people in the street and family members, and just kind of address some of those things. This video turned out a lot longer than I thought it would be, but that's all right. I'll put my new weight loss calendar up. Actually, maybe not, because I'm only 4 days into January. I'll just put my 2018 one up at the end. I have a couple of before and after photos that I've taken just to kind of do some side-by-side comparisons. As always, good luck on your journey, and I hope that my videos are continuing to help. Bye.